video on how to get 5 to 15 inbound calls from sellers every single month using this new mechanism that we're happy to release at generateagentlead.com. So let's talk about the difference between top performers and failures. So as a real estate agent, we all know that it is hard, right? We wear the marketing hat, we wear the sales hat, we wear the, consultant hat, we wear the friend and family hat, everything, right? We were just running a business is hard. We all know, right? And it's common knowledge that most agents will make just enough money to scrape by. So in real estate, we look at like the sort of salary, the average salary. It's so skewed, right? Because like the top earners earn like disproportionately more than the bottom ones, and it's just because they do some things correctly, right? Right now, what I'm seeing as a trend is that just who is getting on to the newest trends and who's doing it consistently and well, right? And why is this, right? If there's like so much real estate to sell and so many real estate agents to sell it, then why is it that the majority of the money will be made by the select few? Some individuals are actually actively seeking ways to improve and scale their business efforts, while others just rely upon word of mouth, friends, family, SOI to sustain their living wage. In the end of the day, the answer is inbound lead flow, right? It's a vague term, right? It can be defined by a lot of things. But when we look at the world of business in general, not just real estate, but in business, right? In a lot of businesses, it's usually the exchange of value for money, right? And what we've noticed is that the top businesses make disproportionately more than the average businesses. When we look at the tech space, especially in the United States, I think the top 16 tech companies comprise like 21% of the US GDP, which is ridiculous, right? And then the other tech companies don't even compete, right? So it's crazy. And it just goes to show that like this is where it's at. That's how business works, right? So the arbitrage is huge. Anyways, let's talk about inbound lead flow. You want to know a big difference between making $40K and $4 million a year in commissions? How many people you're able to speak to every single day, right? If you're not speaking to 5, 10, 15 faces every single day, how do you expect to keep generating new business? Ask yourself the question, right? It's going to be slow to, get the SOI going, the circle prospecting, the organic methods, right? Most agents do that because they're probably more profitable. They're too scared to invest in marketing. And what happens is it's so slow, and then sometimes it's so slow that you're actually forced to get yourself out of the industry to do something to pay the bills, right? But look at the top brokerages and teams in North America. They're literally paying millions of dollars in advertising to allow their agents to speak with people, because speaking to real people is what pushes the needle forward, right? Brokerages and teams would not survive if agents relied upon the hope that others would come for them to stay afloat. Simply put, the more conversations you have, the more business you generate. Now, though, we ask ourselves the question, as a human being, we can only stretch ourselves so far. So how do you make it happen, right? So the thing is there's systems now, right? There's systems that can do a lot of filtering for you. There's advertising systems, there's marketing systems, sales systems. You need to be on top of these things because this is where everything's going, right? Some of the top agents that work with us, agents that spend, 20, 30, 40K a month on advertising, these are the agents that are staying ahead of the game. They're always testing new strategies. And most importantly, they're generating conversations. So the typical method of generating conversations is pay-per-click marketing, right? Well, this includes most paid advertising platforms in which you're paying for, exposure clicks on ads, right? PPC is also typically known as Google, but there's social ads like Facebook, Instagram ads, there's Twitter ads, TikTok ads, LinkedIn ads, and Zillow. And there's a lot, right? There's like, you can generate conversations. There's companies out there that you take 35% of your commissions and or sometimes even more, and they rank you in a system, and you can get some free leads from them you pay after closing. Of course, there is pros and cons to that. The leads are coming in very, very slowly as well. They're probably not as profitable at all, really. It's just paying the bills. Organic marketing, this involves including generating leads using free methods online, such as Facebook Marketplace, SEO, classified ads. Once you generate a lead using the methods mentioned, your next goal should be actually getting in touch with them, right? So that means uploading them to a CRM and starting conversations using text messages, right? So text drips, voicemail drips, email. Speed to lead is key in real estate lead generation in any lead source, right? Speed to lead is huge. You could call leads using a preferred power dialer, right? If you're a team lead watching this right now, how many times are your agents dialing that lead when it comes in? before moving it on to long-term nurture, right? Like these kind of questions have to be asked to optimize the efficiency of your team. You can hire an ISA team, right? In my honest opinion, really vet your ISA team. Either build it in-house, which is I'm a fan of building it in-house. So learn how to do lead conversion yourself and then scale your team in-house. Or, work with a trusted vendor of ISA, right? And hire an assistant, a student of real estate. Teach them the follow-up tactics to book appointments for you, right? Like there's so many things to do. What we recommend for our agents in our program is when an agent comes in, we teach them how to first of all, we generate the leads for them. It's one of the things that it's not worth agents to, learn the latest optimization metrics. It's not worth it for them to learn how to do pixels. It's not worth it for you guys to, learn how to optimize budgets and CBOs. It's just not worth it, right? It's just, you didn't get into real estate to do that. Leave that to the experts. We spend millions of dollars per year on advertising. It's better to leave it to someone who is doing this on a daily basis, right? We always are one leg ahead. And, Facebook marketing partners, we spend millions of dollars a year with Facebook. We have a direct consultant with them, especially with Google Ads as well. And leave that to us. But what we recommend is when you come in, you learn how to convert the leads. It's so hard to convert the lead. That's why agents are hopping from company to company to company. And once you learn how to convert online leads with systems in place, you can hire and scale any way you want, right? You can use the Generating Leads Text Concierge. You can hire an assistant. You can hire an IC team, whatever it is. In the end of the day, this is actually to provide value for everyone watching. I don't want to be just generate leads, sales pitch here. But the main focus here is to turn leads, which is a name, email, phone number, into potential clients by speaking with them face to face, right? It's lining up face to face appointments, and that's really the game. So what about Zillow, right? Zillow actually is the number one method of generating conversations as an agent. That's what at least most people feel, right? And Zillow has been one of the most prominent figures in the real estate lead generation industry during the internet era. Some agents swear by them. They cite them to be like the reason their business is able to stay afloat. The only problem, there's actually a few. Here's the thing though, secret. Many of us don't actually know where Zillow gets their leads from. But if you guys just unpack it, all Zillow is just doing is they're just reselling leads for you that you can be otherwise getting. And there's some exciting news coming up, so stay tuned. But competition. For starters, if you're not paying a top dollar to become a Zillow premium agent, forget about getting like any business changing results, right? If you're willing to pay the price, then you're tasked with spending hundreds of dollars per month, $1,000 per month. And once you start going, you're incentivized to keep on pumping more and more, which makes sense. But then who really has the control over your business, right? When Zillow's can really just say, hey, we're going to take 40, 50, 60% of your commissions instead. They can do whatever they want, right? That's why it's not good to stay dependent on one lead source. Nowadays, Zillow is actually becoming a brokerage, and they're applying for all these MLSs, right? So they're actually getting out of that business, and a lot of agents that were just focused purely on Zillow Premier Agent, it's completely changing, right? So all these Zillow reviews, they're all gone because if you're part of an MLS nowadays, you're not legally allowed, right? So Zillow Premier reviews, if you are watching this right now, start to port them into other review sources. My personal opinion, Google reviews. That's where the industry is heading, right? But the next thing is cost. It's no secret that Zillow charges some of the most ridiculous prices in the industry, right? You're going to end up paying $250 a lead because the lead quality is simply that good, right? Some agents even cite conversion rates of upwards of 10%. So you could pay $2,500 to acquire a customer, right, on average, and that's going to result in about a $5,000 commission. That's how you would scale, right? But again, it's going to get cost. It's going to really costly, and you're not into real estate just to pay the bills. You're in real estate to make a sizable income for you to and use that income to either invest in real estate and build a passive income for yourself, right? At least that's for most of the agents that I know, right? Into some sort of way, shape, or form of capital growth, right? So if you want to receive 5 to 15 inbound calls monthly, right? You want to receive leads that are actually higher quality than Zillow. Hear that right? There's a new addition to the Google Ads ecosystem that allows you to bypass all the Google searches and puts you right at the top of the page when people will search up certain keywords. It's actually allowing potential customers to reach out directly to you when they're ready to speak with an agent. You're not going to be charged for any calls that are not directly related to real estate and that do not connect. You're actually in control of how much is spent, and you're not locked into a specific zip code. There's no contract. If you want out, simply turn off the ads. That's it, right? So Google Local Services ads, guys. is a subset of Google Ads specifically for service-based businesses. Each listing contains the following information. It's going to contain your name, star rating of Google, number of years in business, the area you've served, the phone number, and whether you're open or closed at the time of the search, licenses and information, and business biography. It's going to give you the ability to place information about yourself and your business on top of the results, above PPC ads and organic results. The goal is really just to be able to generate inbound phone calls coming to your phone every single day almost. I know agents are getting 4 listing appointments per day with this. Crazy, right? We're trying to launching this right now to get ahead of the curve. Not many companies are offering this right now because you simply can't make it work, right? We're able to do it we're able to go above and beyond and really offer this. A lot of companies are actually doing this done for you service. We're able to go ahead and make this done for you service, as well as coach you on what it takes to win with this service, right? Because it is very dependent upon the agent. So you're only going to pay per buyer and seller inbound call, and the Google certification is going to allow potential leads to skip the vetting process, right? You're immediately qualified as a trustworthy source via your Google Screen badge, right? So here's another example of the Google Screen badge, right? If I'm looking for a real estate agent to list my house, I'm going to call the Generateagentlead group right away, probably Mark Spain next, and I'm just going to start to just get listing appointments like coming in, hailing in, right? Not many agents are on this right now. It's very important to get this going, and the most important thing that you need to work on is your Google reviews, right? That's, if you can do one thing, if you're interested in this offer, we'll talk about how you can start working with our team and getting this launched. But if you're interested, please get your Google reviews up on your Google My Business profile. It is crucial that you do that because this is something that's going to be directly related to your Google reviews. If I'm listing my home, I want the best possible person to list my home. Here's the thing, guys, as well. There's a lot of personality types out there of people that do not want to list their home with someone that they know, right? Because there's always that, a little bit of barrier that you can't cross, right? And they want to work with a professional. There's always those people out there like, I don't want to list my home with a family or friend because I know that there's only certain things I could say to them, right? And they're not gonna be as motivated to sell my home because they're a family or friend. So there's a lot of things that can happen with a family or friends. This is an opportunity for you to come and show your expertise, come into the Google reviews, and start taking over market share aggressively, right, guys? So, and gals. So why is this so important? These ads appear above pay-per-click PPC ads and SEO listings. You're going to outrank the paid and organic results. You're going to obtain the Google Guaranteed badge. You're going to build trust with your audience. Google's going to back your business. You're going to be getting verified by Google. Clients that book services with you through Google LSAs are actually offered a reimbursement guarantee if they're not satisfied with the services provided. Build brand awareness. You're only paying for leads looking to hire a realtor interested in your services, right? Local services ads are 33% cheaper than typical PPC ads. They're only going to go up, though. The sooner you get on this, the more, it's going to get more and more expensive. Right now, it's actually a blue ocean, right, guys? It's not very saturated. They're high-quality leads, inbound phone calls. You want us to get this done, right? Go ahead and book a call with our team. And again, some other points here is Google Screen with local Google LSAs. Is after your GMB account has been carefully optimized, it's actually time to qualify your business to receive your Google Screen badge. It's crucial in ensuring leads to see you as a trustworthy business entity, right? Google Screen is very important. People trust Google, and if Google's validating you, it's going to provide you with commissions in your pocket, right? So here's the results. Again, top 3 ranking factors are proximity, right? So if I'm looking for an agent in Pismo Beach and I'm related, there's like some zip codes as well. If I'm in a certain house and it's going to show me the most closest area, the closest agent relevant to me. So it's based on proximity, right? But it's like sort of an auction. So those 3 profiles that I showed you guys above, right here, these swap out in every single search. So, it's not really going to be the same search over and over again. However, someone like the Generateagentlead group will show up more often times than not because, again, they have 557 reviews, and Google is actually incentivized to keep on bringing them to the top because they know that they're going to pay them money. It's just sort of like, Opcity, right? So, in fact, it's 10 times better than Opcity because you don't actually share your commissions, right? So, the top 3 ranking factors are, reviews. Again, reviews is huge. If you're interested in this, right, get those reviews started. How often are you answering inbound calls? Another one. If Google's going to see you as an active responsive service provider resulting in happy customers, they're going to have no problem continuing to send leads your way. It's $30, $50 per lead. Its time frame is 1 or 2 months out, right? This is like money being handed to you. A lead is defined as a text message or email to your business. Call to your business, leave a voicemail. Call to your business, you speak to them. Someone calls and doesn't leave a voicemail, but you call them back or send a message. You spend 30 seconds long on the phone, and it's a buyer or seller. Guys, I'm going fast here because I know I don't want to make this video boring, but again, just pause this video and just sort of recap of what I just mentioned, because it's mind-blowing stuff, right? And like I said, if you're unsatisfied with the quality of your lead and you believe Google has made a mistake by charging you, you have the option to dispute charges directly with Google. So everything is set up, and now what, right? So if you've set up your Google Ads correctly, you just need to simply wait and ensure you receive phone calls from hot leads and that are ready to speak with an agent. If you're uncomfortable speaking to prospective clients over the phone, now is the time to brush up on the skills and ensure you're always in the right mindset to answer incoming calls. The more responsive you are to incoming calls, the more Google will reward you by continuing to send calls your way. But remember, you can generate as many calls you want. If your follow-up is not dialed in, progress will be slim or none, right? So how to get started with Google LLC ads? If you want to get started with Google LLC ads, schedule a free one-on-one strategy session here with one of our sales team specialists at generateagentlead.com/schedule. Beat the competition and take advantage of it while it's early. And this is currently in beta stage, and we're only looking to bring on super qualified agents for this program. Even if you're not qualified right now, we will tell you. But what we do for every single agent is, guys, we work on the end-to-end sales process, right? As in, where are you getting your top of funnel leads, which is your consistent closings with a high profit margin, and where are you going to get your bottom funnel leads, right? And we work on that. So every single agent with our program, they launch top of funnel leads, and we work with them on converting them, right? We don't in the business of just giving you leads, right? We sell you a process that's going to help you generate and convert those leads, right? We know that you can buy leads from all the sources, but if you don't want to convert them, there's no point of you buying on leads, right? So again, we're working with you on converting these leads, even Facebook leads, which a lot of us have a bad taste in our mouth. But we're also introducing this for every single customer that comes on, which is our LSA ads program. It's exciting. Agents are taking up market share with this, and let's get you on it, right, guys? So if you guys find value, right, go ahead and book a call with generateagentlead.com/schedule, and we'll see you guys on the other side.